In this video, I'm going to be doing my first attempt at film study by breaking down Matthew Stafford's game-winning drive versus the Oakland Raiders in Week 15 of 2011. This is probably a little bit of a forgotten game-winning drive, but it's definitely one of, if not my favorite game-winning drives that I've seen Stafford pull off. So to do a quick recap as to how the Lions got to the point of needing a game-winning drive. Stafford lost a fumble that got returned for a touchdown with less than 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. This resulted in the Lions going down 27-14, but Stafford would lead the Lions on 2 consecutive touchdown drives. 2 plays I want to note from the drive really fast are when the Lions had 4th and 2 from the Raiders' 8 and Stafford's touchdown pass to Titus Young. The Lions ran what appeared to be a designed quarterback draw and picked up the first down on 4th and 2. Then the very next play, Stafford was able to connect with Titus Young on a back shoulder fade to pull the Lions within 6 points. I feel like it's worth noting the treatment that Calvin Johnson was receiving on this play. I don't know why, but I just thought it was kind of funny how not so subtle the Raiders were being about taking Calvin Johnson out of this particular play. Now this is where the fun part begins. Despite getting gashed for runs of 12 yards and 15 yards, the Lions defense did manage to get a stop. Shane Lechler, who made it onto the NFL all-time team as a punter, pins the Lions at their own 1.5-yard line. So Matthew Stafford, with no timeouts and barely over 2 minutes left in the game, had to drive the Lions pretty much the length of the field to win the game. So now let's break down the 3 biggest plays of the drive. So the Lions were able to get some breathing room and were able to operate a little bit more easily, not being pinned at their own 1.5-yard line. The game pass says the drive started at the 2-yard line, but we're just going to call it the 1.5-yard line. But anyways, the Raiders are running a Tampa 2 defense on this play. These 2 safeties got the deep halves. And then this guy right here, we're just going to call him this guy until further notice. That guy right there, that guy right there, that guy right there. Got the underneath routes. And then this guy right here, this linebacker, is going to be playing the deep middle. And here is how the Lions are going to attack it. They're going to have Brandon Pettigrew run about right here. That's notable because it is going to draw this corner up right here. And Calvin Johnson is going to be running a deep out. Now this corner right here being sucked in to take away the tight end is going to open up Calvin Johnson just a little bit. It's not going to be an easy throw for Stafford by any means, but it certainly became an easier throw. So now let's see how the play played out. Stafford hikes the ball, gets a rusher right in his face, and he's able to complete the ball to Calvin Johnson. Great execution by the offense. Not an easy throw, but Stafford was able to get it in there into a tight window. Alright, so this is the next play we're going to break down. It again involves Calvin Johnson. The Raiders again are in a Tampa 2. These 2 players right here have the deep halves. And we got this guy who's got the underneath, and this guy, and this guy, and this guy as well. And then this linebacker right here will make it a Tampa 2 defense. So how are the Lions going to attack it? You'll notice that the Lions have Calvin Johnson in the slot on this play. So why is that significant? It's going to create a huge mismatch, because what they're going to have Calvin Johnson do is run a fake in and then go. And what it's going to do is make this linebacker responsible for covering Calvin Johnson. A linebacker on Calvin Johnson. That's almost unfair. But the Lions managed to make it happen. And this is going to result in a pretty big completion and was probably the biggest play of the drive, honestly. So let's see how this play plays out. Stafford hikes the ball. Calvin Johnson fakes like he's running it in, and then he gets matched up on the linebacker. The throw is a little bit underthrown and late, but it's okay because it got the Lions down the field. And then you'll see some amazing footwork here from Stafford, but in all honesty, you could almost argue that just adds to the amazingness of this play. Alright, so the last play that we're going to be breaking down is the game-winning touchdown. The Raiders changed things up on this play. Instead of running the Tampa 2 that they'd have been running, they change it up and run cover 1 man. They got this safety right here acting as the free safety. And then they have this linebacker right here acting as the robber. And then they got this corner manned up with that receiver. This corner manned up with Calvin Johnson. This safety manned up with the tight end. This corner lined up with that receiver. And this corner lined up with that receiver. So how are the Lions going to attack this? They're just going to have Calvin Johnson runs to the back of the end zone. There's nothing really complicated about it at all. However, one problem that Stafford sees on this play is this linebacker acting as the robber. So Stafford needs to make sure he lofts it over the linebacker, but into the hands of Calvin Johnson, which Stafford does actually extremely perfectly, as you will see. All right, so let's see how this play plays out. Stafford scanning the field. Ball's hiked. Calvin Johnson runs to the back of the end zone. Stafford lofts it over the linebacker and right into the hands of Calvin Johnson. Absolute dime. Can't really execute it much better than that. Again, amazing footwork from Stafford, but it worked out. And Ndamukong Suh would go on to block the 65-yard field goal attempt from Janikowski, and the Lions would go on to win the game and improve to 9-5. And then the following week, they would clinch a playoff berth over the San Diego Chargers. They were the San Diego Chargers at the time. But yeah, that'll be all for this video. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think. Let me know if I screwed up anything ever. I hope you enjoyed.